Well, as we reminded you in our last segment, we're a little less than 3 weeks away from the critical midterm elections. Democrats are fighting to hold on to their slim majority in both the U.S. House and the Senate. 35 Senate seats will be on the ballots, and every seat in the House is up for grabs. So needless to say, there's a lot on the line. Historically, the Democratic Party has had a strong hold on the so-called black vote, but that long-standing support may be wavering. A recent survey by the Kaiser Family Foundation and the GRIO found that while black voters continue to solidly identify with the Democratic Party, there are some signs of disillusionment with the Democratic establishment. In that survey, less than a quarter of black voters said the Democratic Party represents their interest very well, with about 51% saying somewhat well and 8% saying not at all. Well, that poll raises questions about the future of the Democratic Party and its fraying relationship with black voters, and that's the very topic of a new book out, Black Skinhead, Reflections on Blackness and Our Political Future, by Chicago native, attorney and political activist Brandi Collins-Dexter, who joins us live here in the studio. Brandi, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's good to see you.
Full disclosure, I have to say, I've known Brandi for a long time.
Like since I was like 6 or so.
Way back, knew your father, God rest his soul,
yes.
The historic coach Jimmy Collins, your mom Hetty. So, but now you're a rock star, a writer, and political activist. I have to ask you, why did you write this book? And how did you come up with the title, Black Skinhead?
Yeah, so I wrote this book because I was looking at black communities online and how people were talking about politics and really looking at black voters under the age of 45 and seeing things like 70% would like to see third-party options. And I really wanted to understand more about what was going on with that. And so Black Skinhead, it's part memoirs, there's stuff with my dad, but it's a collection of essays that really looks at the, as you said, fraying relationship between the Democratic Party and particularly younger black voters on the left and the right. And a black skinhead is a disillusioned political outlier that feels underrepresented in mainstream media.
So what was the main issue or the main dividing point between those historically solid Democratic black voters, our parents, grandparents down the line, then this Gen X, Y, Z, or even millennials who are saying, well, I don't know, maybe I'm independent, I'm moderate, I certainly don't want to identify fully as a Democrat.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things. So one thing I look at is the loss of space and place. And so we didn't just kind of like wake up and all decide to vote 90% Democrat, right? That took organizing in black businesses, in homes, in churches. And as we've seen with the 2008 recession and the 2020 COVID recession, a lot of those spaces for organizing are gone. So there's that and the economic decline that people see, you know, when they walk outside of their door, 3 generations of student loan debt, all of these kind of things mounting up.
And you mentioned the black church and the civil rights movement certainly was that bedrock of the Democratic Party. A lot of those things have shifted and changed.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of that, especially in Chicago on the South Side. And I talked to folks from the Pullman community, and you've just seen over time really like, yeah, that loss of space and place and what that's meant for the future of black culture.
But you also talked to Trump supporters, black Trump supporters.
Yes.
You talked to progressive. You talked to a wide array of political ideologies on the spectrum. And what did you come away with after having these various conversations with people from all over the board?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to voters black voters between the ages of 18 and 108 of all political identities, including Mrs. Mitchell, who's like the last living survivor of the Bronzeville massacre in the early 1900s. And what I found is that everybody has a certain amount of disillusionment with what they're seeing. In
politics in general.
In politics in general, feeling like we can't get things done in bipartisan ways, feeling like when you walk outside of your door, you're not seeing positive changes in your neighborhood. So really it came down to economics.
And in that Kaiser Family Foundation and GRIO survey we saw, one of the issues that they brought up was the perception of racism within the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
That's often a perception with Republicans, but how much did you find that's the case with people you spoke with?
It's a huge thing. I mean, I think on one hand, we've always felt like racism is not a partisan issue. We've seen it on both sides. But part of what drives the black vote is the belief that we can still push leaders within a party to get something done. And when it becomes obvious or people begin to feel like they can't push those leaders anymore, that's when disillusionment set in. And we've seen, like, even with the LA City Council and a number of different episodes, you know, Democrats aren't always on the side of right when it comes to black interests.
And having said that, do you think the Democratic Party in general is taking the black vote they've counted on for so many years for granted?
I don't think they're taking it for granted at scale. I think younger black voters, I don't think are being listened to as well. That said, we have seen some different things with the Inflation Reduction Act and student loan debt erasure that they're listening a little bit, but will it be enough, I think, is a question in November.
All right, Brandi Collins-Dexter, author of Black Skinhead. Now, you have an appearance tonight in Hyde Park, right?
Yes, at 57th Street Seminary, 6 to 7. Come join us. It's free.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for being here, and congratulations
Thank you for
on the book.
having me.
All the best to you and your family.
Thank you.
Thank you.